Alright, this is our chart to show you the reference angles. I know it's a bad drawing, but we can still see what we have. We have 30, which is in radians pi over 6. 45, which is pi over 4. 60, which is pi over 3. You have 90, which I did not write, but it is pi over 2. 180 is pi. 270 is 3 pi over 2. 360 is 2 pi. And you can see all the other ones. The coordinates on the right and left side of the circle are what your cosine and sine are for each angle. So, and it actually works well because it always goes in order. So if this one starts with 3 pi over 2 and then ends with 1/2, you'll go from the next one, you'll start with this section here. But it'll be negative because it'll be in the negative quadrant. And the bottom left is both negative quadrant. It's negative, negative. And the bottom right quadrant is positive, negative. So you have them all being almost they are the same every time, except they go in order.
Most students take chemistry.
And to show it, you have what you can do. You have your all students take calculus, and this one is all positive. And then in this section, if you do sine of all of them, which is the second one on each side, everyone is positive. And then negative for all your cosines, and tangent is negative as well. Tangent here, you have both sine and cosine being negative for each one, and your tangent would be positive. And this one, cosine, would be the only one that's positive. So your first ones, which would be cosine, are all positive, and then your second ones are negative. Now we're going to convert radians to degrees and convert degrees to radians. So we have our 17 pi over 12. What you have to do you use 180 over pi to convert from radians to degrees. So I'm just going to show you. You do 180 over pi. You multiply across, and you would get 17 times 180. You get 3060 over 12. They both have a pi, so it cancels out. So you do 3060 divided by 12, and you have 255 as your degree. Now when you convert from degrees to radians, you still use 180 and pi, but it's just switched. So instead of it being 180 over pi, it's pi over 180. So if you have 35 degrees, you use pi over 180, and you just multiply across. This would be over 1. You get 345 pi over 180. You divide 345 divided by 180, and you get this decimal, which actually will turn out to be 23 pi over 12. And that is how you convert from degrees to radians and radians to degrees.